You want to talk about this Kathleen Kennedy stuff?
Yeah, well, let's hit that.
All right. Well, Kathleen Kennedy's out, and this has been one of those things that, look, as the resident Star Wars fanatic who has seen each movie exactly one time, I would love to hear your thoughts on this, Salty, as you're a fan of the old Star Wars, but not necessarily the new Star Wars.
Yeah, well, I don't think I wonder if there's a small group of kids that will be growing up that are going to be a fan, because that kind of happened with the prequels. Everybody my age was like, what the hell are these prequels when they came out? We tried to like them. At least we tried to like them.
Really? My dad loved them when they came out, the prequels. So I think it's like a hit
You're
or
going to
miss.
say I'm older than your dad? Is that where we're going with this?
Oh, I see.
No,
what's going
Blabs,
on.
most people, when they came out, but by a large.
See, it's so weird because like all the kids like were actual kids. You know, I was born in the late '90s, so I saw them as pretty young. We all loved it, but it's like everyone in between. So it's like all the kids loved it, the middle hated it, and then the older ones kind of liked it. Because I have other friends who have dads, and they all love the Star Wars too. So that's
They're
just
all
based
wrong.
on. I guess so.
Yeah, that was like the real sentiment at the time was that these were terrible. That's where I think the phrase like "you arred my childhood" came from, and it got even George Lucas himself to kind of, that's when he was just like, you know what, I almost want out because of how much hate he was getting. And it was only until your group grew up that suddenly it had this resurgence. And the people who grew up with it like wound up really, really, really enjoying it. But back in the day, people were not fans of those films at all.
You didn't tell me you didn't like Jar Jar Binks?
No.
They did not like Jar Jar.
Poor Ahmed.
Yeah, Jar Jar was seen as like the Antichrist for a long time. Yeah. Me so stupid, right? That was kind of the idea.
I liked him. He was cool.
Of course you did. You were a
I
child
got a
when you
Gungan
watched
action figure.
Yeah. So do you think this is going to be an uptick for Star Wars now? Or because apparently she's handing it off to Dave Filoni over here, who was a George Lucas protege, Dave Filoni.
Well, she was packaged and sold as a George Lucas protege. She used to get George his coffee when he was making those movies. So this whole protege shit kind of goes right out the window with me at this point. Dave Filoni had some when that Mandalorian thing kind of kicked off, and again, I don't know if I'm going to piss off a whole bunch of people with this, but if you go back and watch The Mandalorian, there are some scenes I think that are like, I love the IG-88 shit, but I think that was overrated because the bar was set so low.
If you go back, so while you were watching it, you weren't recognizing the garbage that it was.
When it originally came out, I was like,
really
thank God this isn't crap. So I was like, okay, they got the armor right. You know, there's fan service with the other bounty hunter type stuff going on, but I don't think it really holds up. And then they drove the thing off a cliff. And so Dave Filoni, again, I'm kind of like, here's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that with USAID money being dried up, that they're like, holy shit, we actually need to make money. Like we need to make money again. And so we need to take a story, make it accessible, but it needs to not be driven by politics or feelings, or you got too many lesbians in the office running things. Not necessarily to make money, but more to show the man. Like, you know, we'll show you. We'll kill off your characters. Was it Critical Dream? Somebody put out a video a few weeks ago where it was like Star Wars might have gotten the message or something like this. It was a good video, and I'm hoping the dude's right. All you got to do is get back to basics and kind of ground it a little bit. You don't need, the whole thing doesn't need to be CGI and, you know, just fucking lightsabers. That's in AT-ATs. That's all you need.
It's I'm with you, Salty. I do think all lesbians should not be executive producers on Star Wars, and they should be out protesting ICE. Personally, that's my thoughts on that. But to look at her, sorry, Bad joke. To look at her credits over the last little bit, you can see not a whole lot of success.
Wow. Just
over here.
poison. Look at that. Acolyte. All these things that got one season. You guys fucked up Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Willow may be the biggest failure of them all.
Wow.
Which you can't even find anymore, right? That was taken off, I believe,
Yeah,
from
that
that
was
shit
removed
service.
from Disney Plus.
They just straight up shelved the whole thing.
If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure Obi-Wan Kenobi season 2 might have been greenlit.
Oh, good.
Oh, good. There you go. But you can see some of the. This is before she became the head of Lucasfilm over here. But yeah, they went in and they immediately did Force Awakens, and then they did The Last Jedi, and then they finished up with Rise of Skywalker here, which we talked about this on the show with a brand that's, we know they're not going to do this, but with a brand that is so I'm going to say tarnished like Star Wars. I think the best thing they could do is just not do anything. And
thank you.
You think that's the right?
I wish
right
this died ages ago. Yes, I mean, look, I think Filoni is actually, of the choices that they're willing to look at, he's actually a very good choice. It's a shame they didn't use him up front. I think if you're looking for some hope, Salt, if that's what you're looking for, you could make the argument that Filoni was under the gun of Kennedy. So a lot of those choices may have been, from her. So now that it appears that Disney may have the memo that you are supposed to make money, and Filoni, who is someone who does respect the canon and the story and the legacy of Star Wars, there's an opportunity here that he may be able to right the ship in a couple of years. And I think if there's anyone who's got his finger on the pulse of what Star Wars should be and how to rectify it, I think Filoni is actually a pretty decent choice, as of would have been like Favreau if he was someone that would have been willing to do that. But I think those two guys are pretty good.
I think.
No.
I'm not arguing with you, Ben.
You got.
Wait, would you say too old?
They got a
What was your
problem where the highest rated thing that they've done, that Andor, like a bunch of people, they're like, oh, it's this is they kind of got it right here. They kind of too late. Like the people my age who, grew up with these things, and all my friends with kids and stuff who would have ushered them in, would have bought the toys and the blankets and whatever the hell else you buy kids these days, iPad covers, whatever the hell it is, Star Wars this, Star Wars that. We checked out a long time ago. I'm not holding out any hope. I got to be real honest with you because I'm an asshole. I want you guys to keep fucking it up. I want you guys to keep destroying it, keep making real stupid shit. I don't want you to make good shit. Make horrible trash shit, because I love watching all the other content creators around me shitting on it and getting big. Like I'd rather have more you guys making fun of garbage stuff on Star Wars, or Geeks and Gamers, or Jerry from the Core. I like watching I like watching those guys. So if you guys start making good stuff, I'm going to actually be upset.
Well, I was looking for an annual breakdown for Lucasfilm. Disney doesn't publicly put the revenue for just Lucasfilm compared to Disney, but it is interesting to see what it'll be. I think in 5 years, 10 years from now, depending on how Filoni starts, we'll be able to tell if Kathleen Kennedy's tenure was truly a success based off of what Filoni and the other person does as well. So YouTube said you should watch this video right here. And as we all know, you should do what YouTube tells you to do.